Hey guys, welcome to the Unrivaled Potential Podcast. We have a special guests here today. The people that raised me, my parents, Richard and Liz Pomeroy, owners of the Branson's Bin Store. It's going to be an exciting episode, so welcome, guys.
Well,
it's nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, funny. Funny, I feel I've known you all my life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, tell me a little bit about your business down here in Branson now. You guys have owned this for
3 years. Just celebrated 3 years last week.
Oh, I thought it was way longer than that.
3
No,
years.
we've been
9 years.
We've been dealing with liquidation for longer than that. But.
Right.
We just 3 years last week.
Yep.
So,
Yeah.
had this store.
I kind of surprised you guys this weekend coming down.
Right.
Yeah.
We were going to do this by film, and then, what's better than doing it in person?
Absolutely.
With faces like we've got. I mean, mostly from Mom, obviously.
Okay. All right.
It's very, very photogenic.
Yeah. You're welcome to leave whenever you like. So, how did we get into the liquidation stuff? Over to you, because it's all your fault.
No. It was Caleb's fault.
Oh, Caleb's falt. That's right.
Yeah, and this is, just inform us a little bit of what liquidation looks like. Where did it come from? How did you jump into what your business is doing now, which looks like a giant stack of dark roast coffee pods with the filters on the bottom, which keeps all the oil in the coffee for health benefits. Ding.
There you go.
Right. We started off with one pallet. Caleb wanted to do a liquidation pallet, so we went to a liquidation house, bought a pallet. It was a complete flop. The first one was absolutely awful.
Terrible.
But we were hooked. We went back for the next one. But Caleb soon realized that
It was too much hard work.
I ended up doing the work. We had a few booths around town to start with. Then had the great idea that we were going to
start a store and we were going to make so much money. It was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we opened the store. I don't know about the rest of it.
I've had those thoughts too, in the plumbing world of I'm going to start this thing, and why would it not make me hundreds of millions of dollars within the first year?
Yeah.
No, it's been hard work, but I think in this third year of business, It is now turning.
Yeah.
It's taken us 3 years to learn our customers. There's some things they will not buy. It's just our demographic. And there's some things they will just pull off the shelves.
What is your demographic here? So ours, we range really from 55 and up is the demographic that we like to target. That's who we can help the most, also who appreciates our products the most. Where do you guys find your demographic is? Male, female, age, ethnic group?
It varies. It varies. Well, fortunately, I'm not racist, so you're all right. The demographic is an incredible range, right? We have kids in here that are 17, they come in and they buy a iPad from us because we got one from liquidation. You get people that are in their 80s come in and shop just for fun.
Right.
Branson is an interesting town. There's only 10,000 people in the city of Branson. When it's off season, some of those people are homeless. They'll live in the woods.
Right.
But then once the season starts, Branson is crazy busy, and we have 8 to 10 million people come through Branson every year. And we've had those people come back. They may only come once a year, but we have those people coming back and again and again and again.
A lot of the workers will come in too, like from all over the world. I mean, because they bring them in as seasonal
J1s.
workers, J1s. So they come in and they will shop here because they need curtains, they need stuff for their apartments, they need it cheap because they're only going to be here 6 months.
Right.
So our demographic is wide.
Yeah.
Very wide.
Very wide. Because of the tourists.
People will do it, exactly. People will do it just for fun. I mean, they come in and they shop for fun. And we try and make the store fun as well. It's not a huge store, it's a small store. So we get to talk to people and share lives with them and just have a bit of enjoyment.
I think a question I've always had for you guys in this Branson's Bin Store idea, what separates you guys from, this is very similar to a business model like Ross's, right? This is how I would picture it, or it's how, what differentiates you guys from a big chain company like that? But it's the similar process, just
personality.
Yeah, right.
They're not just somebody giving us money. Sometimes our customers will just come in to decompress. They've had a stressful day and they just want to search through those bins and see if they can find a dollar item, something that they need. And they will come in and laugh. One day it was pouring with rain here. Well, there ended up different people in here and they were all laughing and going, and they just relaxed.
And that's the fun. I mean,
set up a bar in there too, huh?
Well, that's what we joked about. We should have set up a coffee bar because they would have, they'd have bought it.
But I mean that's the thing. I mean, I think it's personality, but it's being personable as well. And it's people come in and we get to know these people and we have fun with them. They come back and they love our staff, which happens to be our other son, one of our other sons. Yeah. So, it's all part of it.
Well, we do live videos too, day after day. There's always live videos going out. So they know what's on the store. They know what's coming in.
And those videos tend not to be boring. We try not to make them boring. We have a bit of fun in there as well.
Where do you get the most feedback on the videos that you're posting right now? Do you know what social media place or YouTube? Is it Facebook?
It's Facebook for us because a lot of the demographic that have money are on Facebook. We have one or two...
on Instagram?
Instagram. One or two on Instagram. We have some YouTube feedback. But...
Google too. Google, they'll come in. If they search for something, they'll come in and ask for it.
Yeah.
TikTok now, we've had some people come in with TikTok, and I mean, they were older people that came in, and they're like, "Hey, we saw somebody outside doing something for TikTok for you as well." So I mean, it's all over because our demographic is all over. Right. But majority of the people that have the money are on Facebook.
I didn't know that. Yeah.
For our demographic, for what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't had, I obviously meet a lot of people on Facebook, but I certainly haven't had the best luck finding clients on there. Really, it's just good for
But our prices
brand
are
creation.
So cheap, right? I mean, we can talk about this coffee behind us. You buy that on the certain online store, you're going to pay $40. We're selling it at $4.99.
Yeah, less expensive. You don't want to use the word cheap, Ma.
Oh, okay.
Definitely not cheap. Okay.
Yeah. It's funny. Yeah. Here I am teaching, bossing. What inspired you to start this company? It really going back to Caleb's story of the pallet and then being bored. Obviously, I've seen you guys throughout the years of my life from early. I remember you, Ma, when I was 9 and 10, starting on eBay.
You were before that as well.
Well, I did, yeah. Most of my life, but 9 and 10 years old is when you started on eBay, wasn't it?
Right. The addiction of the hunt, I think. It really is the addiction of the hunt. You never know what you're going to find.
Yeah, and Gary Vee, he's a multi-billionaire now, owns several companies. He's out there, and he still goes to yard sales looking for books and trinkets, and that's how he made it. I just remember you doing that. I don't have the patience level to. I really should, because there's money to be made in it, and I think I'd be decent, but. So anyway, yeah. But
I mean, now you keep it going, right? I mean, you just keep it going. Now we're not buying by the pallet; we're buying by
the truckload.
The semis come in, buy the truckload.
So how did you get into it? I mean, we went back to eBay there.
Well, we did. We got back into eBay, right? And then we bought out that bookstore,
right?
And that's where it started. Then we did rubber stamps.
One day you woke up and you were like, "Hey, we need to get into rubber stamps." And you were like, "What's a rubber stamp?"
Didn't have a clue.
And we ended up being the largest rubber stamp store on eBay at one point. We've actually been a book as well, weren't we?
Yeah, we were.
And then we're like, we moved on to doing our own rubber stamps, and then that moved on, and I guess we move on as a couple. We move on, and we moved the family down to Missouri, and
then tried something new.
Something else.
I remember a couple of businesses in that, and then settled on this, and now you have a storefront, which brings to, getting the storefront was a big part of your advertising, right? Because you're in, people can notice you. How did you go about in the early days of this storefront gathering customers? What did you do to initially start? Like, we've hit that same panic in our company on the plumbing and heating side of like the phone's not ringing. How did you make the phone ring? How did you make people walk through the front door?
advertising, Branson has a local newspaper which is free to everybody. Obviously, the advertisers pay, but people can pick up the newspaper.
Right.
So we have advertised in there from day one. So it's a consistent, because they say, what does it take? 3 years?
2 to 3 years, and then it depends on exactly what media you're out in. But we found that it's around 2 years if it's in a written media, and then people start noticing you in there, and then they don't forget that you're in there. So it's mostly keeping in people's face.
But the videos have been huge.
The videos have been.
Been huge. I don't think we'd be where we are today without the videos.
Yeah,
we've got people that have never been to the store, and they come in and they go, "Hey, I've never been to your store in the ever, but I've always watched your videos."
Right. I had a guy come in last week. He's like, "Oh, it's nice to finally meet you. I've been watching you for years." So they know our faces,
right? That's that brand creation, which is you guys. It's not just the Branson's Bin store. I've been learning that so much, and obviously you guys have been learning it firsthand. It really is. You don't know who's watching. Right? You have no idea.
Right.
You can target who you want, but
exactly. It actually means that when you're driving around town and doing things, you have to remember, hey, I'm on show. Something for you to learn there as well.
Oh, I know it. I already got pulled over with a golf cart this morning for speeding in the lot because I ran a stop sign while I was on the phone, and then the guy up there flashed his lights, and he was like cruising at 5 miles an hour, and I was like, why's he got his lights on? And it's a golf cart with the red and blue, and I just ignored him and kept driving. Drove down to the old spot where your camper was in stage 4.
Oh.
And I was like, I should ask Shell where I was supposed to be. So yeah, I've already been pulled over for that this morning. And now I have a unmarked vehicle at the office that people can't tell it's me. But the wrap goes on that in 2 weeks, and I'm like, I'm gonna have to lead example with the guy who's like, hey, there are numbers on the side. No, you can't do that. Yeah.
Behave yourself.
Right.
Yeah. It's fun.
The phone call came at the wrong moment. It wasn't my fault. What was one major challenge that you faced as you started to grow? I remember a lot of times with product quality, or just starting to learn how to control maybe the amount of clothing. That was something that we and you had talked about on the phone many years, back, or even swapping with that. How did you overcome that with, especially some of the recent growth that you guys have seen in business over the last 3-4 months?
Well, I'm gonna answer for her here, a part of it, because a major part of it is research, the market research, and she does the majority of that. She's out there looking around, trying to assess different vendors, find out information, those sorts of things. So she'll come to me every now and again, hey, I did this research, found this information out, because we have been scammed. I mean, this industry is a very, very harsh industry when it comes to scammers. People will say they're shipping you something, they will ship it, and the trucker will steal it. People will ship you something and they say this is what's contained in it, and it arrives and it's all Easter eggs or whatever it happens to be. We've had several loads like that.
Right.
They've also they brought us to a place that we're like, I don't think we can make this.
Right.
And it's just sticking with it and getting through. And now, after 3 years, she is very tuned into these people that are giving the loads out, and we've got some honest people on the other side of where we buy our loads from, because you don't buy direct from the big vendors,
right? You
have to buy from an intermediate, unless you've got a huge.
But saying that, it is coming from the direct facility. We no longer buy from somebody that processes the loads. Our loads are now raw. They're coming direct from a certain facility. So although we have to go through brokers to get there, they are coming direct. He doesn't touch those loads. Nobody touches our loads. They come straight from the facility.
Right.
And that has made a huge difference.
Right. It's reduced our cost per item and increased our profit per item, obviously.
But then that means that you have to deal with
Yeah, but cutting out the middleman. But like you say, it's a good product, and something like that box right there would be $40 at Costco, right? And so,
right.
I remember buying boxes like that. So you cut out the middleman. It's very similar to what drug dealers do. They really want to make the big bucks with heroin, right?
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. You've seen American Gangster?
Boy.
So anyway, yeah. Where were we on that? Well, anyway, yeah. So that was.
Idea. You're in control. You're running this.
That was the major challenge.
It was a major. It's been a huge challenge all the way along to get loads at the right price, because if you buy these process loads, most of the good stuff's taken out, and you're paying a premium. And liquidation had gone through the roof. I mean, it's still expensive. It's not cheap.
Right.
I mean, people think it's cheap, and it's no. We're talking a lot of money to buy these truckloads, but you just lower that risk if you can get,
right,
what's in. And we changed our price point this year. We changed everything around. We changed our start date. We changed everything, and it has worked.
And it's finding what people want.
Right.
I mean, that's the thing. You got to find, and you got to do the price point. I mean, sometimes the price point, depending on your product, sometimes the price point needs to be high. We found that our price point needs to be low
because of our demographic.
Because of the way people come in.
Right.
And people will actually spend more at a low price than they will at a high price, is what we found. That's what works for us.
Which then gets you a better deal because you can buy more product, right? Like most people assume in any form of grocery store or outlet store of that source, the more you can buy, the less expensive it is for you to purchase it, which means your prices can go better, or at least your margins go up.
Right.
For other business owners watching this, right? They want to know how to get their margins up, and that's obviously what's been happening here recently.
Right. No, huge difference.
But you got to stick with it as well to get to that place.
Oh, heck yeah. It has been a labor of love. It really has. And we have, yeah.
You've labored and I love you.
Okay. Yeah. All right, darling. Well, I love you too. But...
Oh, funny. How do you approach decision making when the stakes are high? When the credit cards are at max capacity and there's low income coming in, how do you handle decisions for the next step in your company?
God is the head of all that, right? I mean, we're like, Lord, this is your business. It's always been God's business, right? We've always said this is here to glorify him.
Right.
The music, everything, the atmosphere we create. It doesn't matter who comes in the door. They're hearing the right music. They're hearing the right tone of voice. And we're there to share with them and pray with them if that's what they want, right? So it's like, Lord, this is your business. Where do we go from here?
That kind of takes off some of the stress of the, oh my goodness, what do we do? Because we've been at the, oh my goodness, what do we do stage several times.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, Lord, give us wisdom. And 9 times out of 10, I mean, it really was.
Okay, let's be honest. 9 times out of 10, she gets the wisdom, and I go, yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah. Right? I mean, that's...
It's sadly 10 times out of 10, it's in God's timing, and that's always stressful. Yeah.
It is in God's timing. Exactly. But this latest, idea to change our strategy was the Lord. I mean, he impressed it on my heart. I mean, there's no getting away from it. He gets the glory because I would not have thought about it.
Right.
And it has worked. So it definitely was a God thing.
Yeah. There's been many moments like that for me too.
Right.
I was like, well, I wasn't smart enough to think of that, but I'd love to take the,
Right.
What's now that kind of ties into this next question here too. What was one thing that you could pick out that surprised you about running this business specifically that no one warned you about? Obviously, you guys have been entrepreneurs now for 20 years.
Oh yeah, at least
25. Yeah,
it makes me sound old, but
yeah,
20. Yeah, I mean, it's been.
We were in West Virginia in 21.
Yeah, it's been 25 years.
25 years. Yeah.
Yeah, 25 years as entrepreneurs, several different ventures. What's one thing about this one, which is your first storefront,
right? Yeah, right.
That surprised you and nobody told you about, and you're like, oh, shoot, it'd be nice to know that,
Well, there's been so many things that would be nice to
the sheer hard work.
I mean, it's hard work. It's expensive. We're in a city like Branson. It's property doesn't come cheap.
Right.
there's, I mean, the cost of the goods, the fact that you don't make, I mean, that at one point liquidation, and it was one point before we got into it, liquidation was high. I mean, you were making lots of money if you were in liquidation. By the time we got into it, it was flipped over. I mean, you had to work really hard to make a profit, or you had to buy in lots and lots of stuff and just sell it and not care what you're selling. We care what we sell.
Right. We're very particular. Right.
What do you think one of the biggest factors to your success on a personal level has been? Is it definitely, you brought up hard work a couple of times. Obviously you guys instilled I feel like a fairly decent work ethic in me that has its faults at moments where I work too much. And
are we allowed to say some of these faults on that?
I want to hear what a superstar, like, how does it feel to have such a great son? But
it feels amazing. You got there.
It took me a little bit, didn't it? It's a good thing I didn't have too many lessons to learn along the way. But I mean, obviously you've instilled a powerful work ethic in me. Sometimes I have a tendency to fall into working too much. And I know me and you, Mon, have had to work through, like, what does it actually feel like to slow down? But has that been a big part of, I would say, has been a big part of your success, or is there other things there? Intelligence, obviously.
Hours and hours and hours.
Dad's, ability with computers and website design and some of that technology.
Oh, we couldn't have done it. We couldn't have done it apart.
Right.
Because we both have different skills, right? He's on the other side. He does all the advertising. He does all the ad creation, posting videos, blah, blah, blah. He keeps the website up to date. I don't have a clue about all that.
Yeah.
I mean, I can take a video, but I don't have a clue about that. So, yeah, it's been a partnership. It's definitely.
Right.
He's the one lugging these great big pallets in. I mean, they're 7 foot tall. They're heavy.
You just like to watch Dad doing that stuff. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'll start with you, Mon, and I'll go to Dad here. What keeps you motivated? Like, a good work ethic can come from a variety of sources in life. Some people work because they're anxious, and some people work because they like to, and some people just see the end goal and that's what they're going for. What keeps you motivated on a personal level to keep working as hard as you do in this?
I want to turn this business around.
Right.
It's been last year was rough, and I want to turn it around. We're seeing it turn around. So I'm looking forward now to getting through here 2025, that 2026, we're going to see it take another level again, take another jump. Yeah. So that's the motivation. It's, the
end goal, really, of just taking this to the whole
don't want to fail, right?
Right. Well, yeah. It's as much fun as that is. I just lost to Caleb at pickleball.
Right.
Like, I could probably book a flight next weekend, and I think I could come down and beat him. But I don't want to admit to him that I'm going to be really sore in the morning.
None of us, we're a competitive family. We aren't.
No, surely.
Yeah, we're gonna win. We're gonna do our best, and we're gonna, yeah.
What about you, Dad? How do you stay motivated, especially in leading your family when things are tough, the business is not going super successful, or even I have times when it's hard to stay motivated when it's doing really well. Sometimes I have a dip in motivation in those moments where, I have to keep myself going and remind myself of certain things. I have to write down my goals.
If it's specific about this business, it gets difficult at times. I mean, she's my motivation for that.
Right.
Because although I'm in it and part of it, there's been so many issues and problems. It's really nice to see it turning around. But she's the one that really has turned it around. Right. I mean, God, you take God into it, obviously, but so she's really done that. So I'm motivated because of her.
Right.
So that's the honest answer.
Well, that's a good
because
answer.
there's so many other things
that
I'm involved in. I've got
you're doing
2 or 3 other different things as well.
Yeah, multiple different things. And that's, so I guess that question is, it's more diversified for how you've led your family so well for so many years. But what motivates you in doing that?
Why do you ask hard questions?
Well, it's
oh my
good.
goodness!
It's good to think like that. Well,
because you're loyal.
Because I've seen you, Dad. Right now you're working. You're doing ambulance stuff. The medic thing, and multiple other places. But even through this last year, there's some selfish things that you did of just getting ill. And
yeah, that's right. I'm sorry about
that. It's just it's okay. I appreciate the apology. I just don't think I've been waiting a whole year for that. But you've kept motivated. Even that couldn't hold you down. 3 days later.
Yeah, it took 3 days. I was out of action for 3 days in the ICU, but as soon as I got out of the ICU, I was back working.
It's kind of a really good line for an Easter podcast. You went down, and 3 days later, you rose out of the bed, and they pulled that catheter out.
You had to remind me about that.
And then 2 weeks later, you were walking upstairs, and I remember Mom texted me saying she was all excited. So.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
but you're loyal too.
I guess a lot of it's personality, right? I mean, our personality is, both of our personality is like, look, this is the job we got to do. Let's just get on with it. Right. I mean, and I think that's what you have to do is you have to say, all joking aside, you have to just go, look, I've got to do it. Let's get it done. And the motivate, that's part of the motivation, right? Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Okay. Did I do it right?
You did it right.
Okay.
Good job. Good job.
I
did a good job.
Yeah, you did. You did a great job.
Thank you.
Do you follow, and this will go back to separate questions too, do you follow a morning routine or a daily habit that keeps you productive? I have a daily routine. Sometimes I mix it up, but for the most part, I find that is terribly unproductive for me. I don't have anything intense that I do, but I get up very routinely and do 3 or 4 steps, time box certain things. Some time blocking is really valuable for me. What do you do, Ma, in regards to a daily routine? I know me and you have talked for years about this. We've always kind of been on the same page.
If I don't do it, my whole day is screwed up. If I'm an hour late, my whole day is screwed up. So I get up at 4, 5 days a week. I get up at 4. I read my Bible. I get my eyes awake. I leave the house by 5, and I'm down here probably by 5:50.
Yeah, well, you're always building some kind of concoction in the morning too, which is similar to mine. So usually, as I've seen you in the mornings get up, you create some kind of drink with salt and rosemary or whatever the heck it's got.
Yeah, no, I haven't done that in a while.
Oh, really? I was kind of disappointed now, Mom. We're on film.
No, I do make my shake of an afternoon now. And I have switched that up. I know I have to have a good breakfast, so it's always eggs for breakfast and kielbasa what I'm doing. And then later in the afternoon when I begin to drag, because I'm getting up at 4 o'clock and I'm rarely in bed before 11 o'clock on those nights as well. So by 4 o'clock of an afternoon, I'm dragging. So out comes the chocolate shake with bananas and coconut yogurt and coconut milk. And yeah. And I do still drink the electrolyte drinks too.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah. But by 4 o'clock but then I get my second burst of energy and I can keep going till 9, 10 o'clock at night.
Well, this is where that afternoon cold plunge can come in handy, right? Because we're going to get you 3 p.m. when that crash starts to come in, you can just go dive into the cold plunge.
Because I don't drink coffee like you. So I don't need that. A handful of chocolate chips will get me started of a morning. Dark chocolate.
Oh, yeah.
But not the coffee, thank you.
It's just, it really doesn't wake me up. It's more of it really just became a routine. I thought I would try it at some point, and then I had 2 cups. I can't do much more than that. Sometimes I'll have one in the afternoon if it's cold outside, but if it's nice, I just don't need it. I can go days without it, but it's part of waking up and drinking something warm for whatever reason. I enjoy it as a habit. That works well for me. Dad, daily habits for you. Wake up 10, 15, 11.
If there's 2 7 o'clocks in a day, it's a bad day. Okay.
Yeah. Another one's going to come around. There's no point in stressing about missing it, huh?
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm not a morning person. Now I can.
You never have been.
No, yeah. I can work until 4 o'clock in the morning. I can do an all-nighter. I did that the other day and nearly killed me. But
I did that last night and nearly feel the same way.
It's been a while. But I can do it the other way around. So I kind of approach it the other way around. I mean, obviously, once I get up in the morning and get stuff ready, have a quiet time and stuff like that. But my day is completely different. I mean, so it just spreads around. Like today is I'm down here, working down here all the time. Other times I'm working other jobs. So
and your phone is always going.
Oh, the phone is.
And I don't think. I mean, you've got your routines, Dad. But even when I was younger, I don't think I've ever seen you with a set thing that you do. But you've always gotten your stuff done. You're not.
I try. I mean, I have tried written schedules through the day. I've tried electronic schedules. I've tried all sorts of different apps and all sorts of things. And yeah, as you see, I got a strange thing going on my watch. So I've tried all those things. I stay in contact and everything, but everything changes. There's so much interruption throughout the day.
Because a lot of your stuff is electronic too, right?
Yeah,
and then multiple different jobs. And
yeah, it is. So it's difficult. But the thing is, I start off with okay, I want to get this done today. And as long as I've got that done by the end of the day, I can relax.
Right.
So,
plus Hovis dictates too.
Oh yeah, Hovis.
So you have to explain who is Hovis. You'll have to explain that a little bit to our listeners.
Well, we should have brought her, shouldn't we?
We should have brought her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, she
loves Michael so much.
Yeah.
Hovis is our Scarlet Macaw.
She's 8 years old.
Yeah, she's 8 years old. A couple of days ago, actually.
Right, but
she absolutely loathes Michael. So.
But she needs to be walked every day. She goes outside, flies.
Right.
So she, demanding.
Is that really a walk?
Yeah. Well, I get the walk. She gets the fly.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. So I go out.
Take her out for a squawk every day.
Yeah, walk for a few miles every day. And yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. How do you balance personal life, business, church, your spiritual life, as being, especially as an entrepreneur? What are things that you brought into your life? A big part of it is working with family, but I mean, that definitely helps. But then at some point, you just get done and you want to have a life too, right?
Right. Well, Daniel's our right-hand man. I mean, the customers love him. If Daniel is not out there, one of us is out there, where's Daniel? What's Daniel doing today? So Daniel is loved by all. He gets compliments every day.
Yeah.
He is loved by everybody.
Well, that's because he's a little stud muffin. Yeah.
So if you don't know who Daniel is
come on down to the store.
22-year-old.
Yeah.
How do we balance it? We are closed on Wednesdays and Sundays.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the only way we could. That's the only way we could do it.
Balance it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sunday is our day to collapse.
Yeah.
Or play pickleball or whatever we're going to do.
I mean, we go to church, but then we collapse, and then Wednesday night's church. But I'm still here on a Wednesday afternoon. But that's how we balance it.
Yeah.
That really helps. And I do school with Caleb on a Wednesday morning too, so that
and
helps.
He does school throughout the week. Let's just get that in there as well.
School's for wimps. You don't need it to run a business. I've never used, I don't think, half any of that stuff I learned.
Yeah, maybe it would have helped a little bit if you'd learned a little bit more.
A little bit more. Personality-wise, I've gotten through on those. Here's a good one. What is one piece of advice you'd give to someone that's just starting out in a business that's similar to yours? Obviously not in Branson. They can shove off and go somewhere else.
Well, the big bit of advice in our industry, in our business, is the main advice we've told people is don't.
Right.
Unless if you're going in, and what we mean by don't is don't go in there thinking you're going to make millions of dollars without a lot of effort. A, you don't make millions of dollars, and B, you don't do it without a lot of effort.
Yeah.
So be realistic. Is the main bit of advice I would say.
What I tell people is start with one pallet. So many of them want to buy a truckload. You start with one pallet. Flip that pallet. Can you sell it on Facebook Marketplace? Can you do that? Can you sell it on eBay?
Right.
If you can't flip it, then you just want to go do something else. But if you can learn to flip one, then go to two, then go to three. and reinvest that money while you're still working your day job.
Yeah. If you were looking for the ideal employee to come work down here in this fantastic environment, what would that look like to you?
Sat right there.
Oh, you did. You make me blush.
You know, the thing is, you know, I've interviewed hundreds of people for different jobs, and we deal with people all the time. The important thing in all of it is personality. Right. If you get somebody who is absolutely fantastic at adding things up or is good at serving, you've got a little bit. But if you've got somebody with the right personality and the right person that enjoys their job and is happy with people, that's a soft skill that goes for any kind of job. You know, unless they're sat away in a closet somewhere doing whatever, then it doesn't really matter so much about personality.
Right.
But when you're dealing with people, you've got to have that personality. That's what we look for. Number one.
Right.
Number one is that personality. Are they overly unctuous, or are they not? Do you know what unctuous means? Are they overly unctuous?
That's 3 syllables, isn't it? Yeah.
Are they balanced just right? Are they somebody that you can work with as well? I mean, are they going to get on our nerves?
Right.
It's not like, okay, they're great for the customers, but man, I hate working with them.
Yeah.
You can't have people like that. You've got to look for that. And that's what I look for when I'm interviewing someone is, can I work with this person and can they work with my customers? And then secondary to that is, can they do the job?
Right.
That's the way I look at it.
Yeah, because the personality is almost impossible to teach. Right.
No, you've either got it or you haven't.
It's a mindset thing. Well, yeah, I mean, people, yeah, exactly. Some people can change, though, introverted, extroverted, some of those things, but everything else can be taught. But most of that personality traits and character flaws, you can't fix them.
Right. I mean, because our store is small, I mean, every one of our customers comes in and is welcomed. Everybody is spoken to as they come in the door. They're not ignored. They're spoken to. So they automatically feel, or they immediately feel welcomed.
Right, which is different when the box stores, right? You've taken customer service to the whole next level, which most people appreciate. And as you guys know, when you go to a good restaurant, you get good service, you pay for that service, right? We all like to be treated like we're human.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Except we give good bargains, so you don't need to pay us a tip or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah, you don't have a tip jar up front, which is pretty much every other business in the world now. Yeah, even if they don't do anything. If you could go back and give yourselves your younger self one lesson from this entire journey of, let's just say, 25 years, right? That was your first journey into eBay, Dad, your first journey into, really what, the stamp business was your kind of even when you were way younger, you had your computer business, but I remember that stuff. You know, what would you say? We'll start with Mom again. Going back to 25 years ago, knowing what you know now, what would you have done differently then, if anything? I know you slept since then. That's a long time ago.
That is a long time ago. I don't know that I would have. I think I would have made wiser purchases, but I probably would have still done it because that's who I am, right?
Right.
We're risk takers. I mean, that comes down to it, right? We're risk takers. And we just...
A little reckless.
Yeah, reckless would be the right word. I mean, Dad has always said, I'm the kite, he's the string holding it down. And it's the same thing. I mean, you know, I don't know that I would have changed. I mean, there's some loads I wouldn't have bought, but, you know...
I mean, having more information, that would have been great. I mean, you know, maybe doing more research before we did things.
Right.
But then, unfortunately... I'm the kind of person that would like to do more research until the point that you go, yeah, let's not bother, you know?
and it's so funny because I am so much like that. But on a personal side of things, you know, in my marriage and stuff, I would look at something for 3 years. That was something fun, and I wouldn't purchase it. And then somebody would have to, my wife or anything would have to purchase it for me. then I would really enjoy it. But I was the absolute worst at doing exactly that, like going like, well, I don't really need it. I'll do research on that and think about it, and I'll think about it, and I'll think about it, and I'll never buy it. On the business side, I'm incredibly reckless in the sense of, I don't know why. There's a switch there that kind of is flipped just a little bit, but I got a little bit of both from the both of you.
Oh, I rarely buy anything. I mean, I hate to buy anything.
Yeah.
I mean, because I don't need it. What do I need that for?
But then I enjoy it when I get it, though. That's the difference there. And I've gotten better at purchasing things now, and there are certain habits that I enjoy.
But you do this job for any length of time, and I hate buying anything as well. Simply because inevitably, whenever we buy it, we end up with it arriving in a truckload somewhere. And it's like, oh, why did I spend the money on that?
Right.
Yeah.
And the same question for you, Dad. I guess you pretty answered it. If you went back to your younger self 20, 25 years ago, would you have, like, for example, for you, I think 25 years ago, it was we were in West Virginia, 6 years after that is when you finally quit Fannie Mae. Is that something that maybe you would have quit sooner? Not putting words in your mouth. I've had that thought, right? Because I know you had a sense of security, but you've obviously...
That was the nice thing. It was a sense of security. I think that the way things worked, they worked pretty well, but probably it would have been nicer to be out on our own a little bit earlier, but I did like that. So answering your question is really difficult because I did like that security.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
No, I did like that security, but I do, having now been on the other side, I know I did the paramedic thing on the ambulance for a long time as well. I don't think I could ever go back to a normal job, and paramedicine is not a normal job.
Right.
I just couldn't go back to that normal job because even though my schedule is hugely filled, it's filled by me, and it's my schedule. It's not somebody else's.
Yeah.
So
I definitely feel the same way. I would be immensely bored, for one, if I just had to go back to being just a plumber. It would be so incredibly boring. I don't even know if I'd be able to sleep at night. It would be so bad, There's levels of it where people tell you, like, it's just so much simpler. Even with what I'm dealing with right now, I still would rather be doing that than just showing up at work at 8 a.m., working till 5 and going home and tinkering around with a project. It's so much more fulfilling. And it creates a lifestyle that we want, right? I'm down here for the second time in 6 months, which was the first time in 4 years or whatever it was.
Right.
Exactly. It all comes to a...
But it depends on the personality as well. I mean, there are people that are quite happy for... you want those people.
Yeah, we need them, right? They want to just be treated well. They want to be treated like humans, and then they want to go home and spend time with their families.
Exactly.
We'd rather bring our families to work. What is next for your business? What is exciting? Is there anything exciting on the horizon for what's happening right now in Branson's Bin Store?
I think
great deals.
Well, I know. Okay, you're looking at it from one perspective. I'm looking at it from our perspective. From our perspective, is there's already covered it. Is that things are turning over? Things are turning a leaf. That's an exciting thing.
Right.
That's an exciting thing there. As far as from within the company, the thing is, it changes. We have to be incredibly flexible in this business.
Right.
Yeah.
And so we may have, from what we sell, we may suddenly have, oh, look, hey, everybody, need an iPad? We got hundreds of them, and we're the kind of people that's like, hey, we've got hundreds of them. Let's get rid of them fast. Let's turn them over fast. So we're not going to throw the price up high, so that could be exciting. What else do you think?
Right. Because you never know what's coming in.
Right.
The new load comes in and you have no idea what's on it. Absolutely no clue.
Right.
So, yeah.
Well, that is exciting. Where do you see yourselves and where do you see this business in 5 years? When you want to share something like that?
I'd like to see me stepping back a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'd like to see me stepping back a little bit. But right now I've got to keep it, turned around.
And that's the thing with any business, right? I mean, you want to move yourself back,
right.
Which
is what you've done.
Exactly.
Well, I find myself stepping on my own toes, right, and shooting myself in the foot. Not only I was so used to putting my foot in my mouth. Now I don't do that as much anymore, and I just shoot myself in the foot, and it stays in the shoe. So my speech has gotten better, I think, personally, but and I think it depends on who you talk to. But but at the same time, now I definitely get in my own way, and I have been able to.
It's like that. with your staff. You have to take a step back, otherwise you're standing on shooting them in the foot as well.
Right, and they have no encouragement to go forward when there's every incentive for them to do so. And so you just need to let them be them. Yeah. And systems are beneficial in that, for me anyway, they're helpful.
Right.
But yeah, so 5 years from now, stepping back.
Right.
Everyone kind of stepping back where needed, right? And the fact of being owners and doing the ideal thing, it's where money flows in overnight and you're not having to
doing
work.
Something else. I mean, 5 years from now, that's a long time.
It is in our life, well, especially in your life.
You guys be like, what, 42, something like that? 43?
Yeah, 44.
It'd be pretty close.
Yeah.
We'll pay you later. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, when you say...
Man, we started young to have him.
Yeah, I know, yeah.
Teenage love, you know?
You were 10, right?
Oh, Dad, you can't say that on the...
And so, stepping back, that frees you up to do something else.
Right.
Because I can't ever envisage retiring.
No.
What a horrible thing. Yeah. People just die when they do that.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
I have actually picked up a retirement hobby that I've quite enjoyed.
Okay.
I did go out and buy myself a set of golf clubs.
Oh.
And it is so much fun. An absolute blast. I thought I would hate it. I told everyone that, and I've told them no for years. And finally last year, somebody invited me out. And then I went like 3 weeks ago for the first time of the season. Then I found a guy that I do some work for that actually coaches pro league. And so he's going to show me how. But it is so much fun. I never thought, going from playing soccer, right, to which I do on the adult league from time to time, and then doing jiu-jitsu, which are two sports that are, but exhausting, right, physically, to then playing golf. It's like, it's going to be horrible. I'm not going to enjoy it at all. And it's actually been quite fun.
Huh.
It's very technical.
We'll have to try it. We enjoy pickleball.
Yeah, it's way different than miniature golf. You go out and you just kind of putz around with it, and it's not nearly as fun. But you get out there on the field with a golf cart, and it's actually, it's just, you guys know me so well to think that I would ever be into a sport like that. Part of it's rubbing noses with the big dogs, right? Because all the wealthy people do it. But the other side of it is it's actually very competitive.
Huh.
So something to
interesting.
We'll have to try it one day. You'll have to, when you're actually decent at it, you'll have to show us how to play.
Yeah. He's actually going to start teaching me next week.
Okay, very good.
Cool.
First coaching lessons. But I don't know where we were going with that. What was the
5 years? Well, doing something else.
5 years, and doing something else. That's right. Hobbies are very difficult.
I can't sit at home. That's not who I am.
Right.
I have to be doing something. I have to be productive. I have to have that challenge, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Which is what leads back into what I was saying before. I can never see myself retiring simply because of her.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. I keep it going. I keep it going, bro.
You do.
Yeah.
So,
you might
and that's it. There's lots of different things that could happen. Lots of different things that could lead in different directions. That could lead to lots of money or lots of time. And this place, honestly, once we have the model down and we have everything going,
right,
the model can be reproduced somewhere else as well.
Yeah.
And that's always was in our plan, but because of the troubles we've gone through, we've sort of, that's been on hold. But once we get this place to the place that it can be there, we can go off and start another one somewhere.
Yeah.
And we have a different model than a lot of people in liquidation.
Right.
People in liquidation just don't do what we do here.
Right.
And it is different. So there we go.
Yeah, to keep this thing growing, I just see my inheritance just building and building.
Listen, buddy, we're going to spend it all.
When you guys get that yacht before me, I might be a little jealous. But,
Okay, yeah, we go sailing a lot.
I mean, you could have a captain at that point, you know, and you wouldn't have to do any of the driving.
That's true.
So it's just like
I don't think you drive boats.
Yeah, you steer them.
You sail them. You don't drive.
They got motors. Yeah. I'm not talking about one of those old crappy ones. Looks like the Black Pearl. You know. Where can people follow your journey and for this business, the growth that we've talked about today, the goals for the next years, people that want to help you in your business, look for employment? Where can they follow you best? Website, phone number, to get in touch with you?
I mean, we're out there on the internet. I mean, the Facebook is where we do most of our interaction. So we're out there, Messenger and all those sorts of things.
Branson's Spin Store, and then the website is
bransonspin.store.com. We have a blog that is no longer, we don't keep up to date as much because she's so busy, but usually people are just looking at us on Facebook. Right. Those videos, we are who we are. Who we are right now is who we are on Facebook and who we are out in the store.
What you see is what you get.
Yeah, what you see is what you get, and so we're the same on the videos there, which is I think is some of the appeal with people as well. It's natural.
Well, I think it's huge right now on the internet. Authenticity is so hard to find, especially in our world of online dating and
which we've never experienced.
Me neither, but it's all out there, right? And you hear I've got friends going through those things, and it just sounds absolutely exhausting. Of how long does it take before somebody reveals their true colors? And so people can't always tell that you're faking in the beginning, but they can always tell authenticity right off the bat, right? It's very easy, and people just want to see it.
Right. Yeah. Well, we try to be honest too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not perfect, but we try to be honest in all our dealings, right?
Yes.
And that's what we tell the staff: be honest, be people of integrity. We don't want to sell you something that's broken. That's not our intention.
Right.
We want you to be happy. We want you to come back.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's really all I got. Thanks, guys. Yeah.
All right.
You're welcome.
So, guys, well, thanks again for plugging into the Unrivaled Potential podcast. Richard and Liz Pomeroy, my parents, wonderful people, and they got pretty lucky with me. So, check them out, Branson's Bin Store. We'll see you guys soon.
Bye.